Purdue. Joe Tiller out. Dan Hope in. 12 starters return from a 4-8 squad. Jason Taylor was injured last year, is their tailback, and second team All Big Ten. Aaron Valentin, the wide receiver.
Well, you look at this team, without Joe Taylor, it's a rebuilding year. In Purdue, they lose their top defender, their top rusher, top passer, and their top 2 receivers. So this is a rebuilding year, but I do like running back Jason Taylor. He's going to be fine, and he has great quickness, and I just see a rebuilding season this year in West Lafayette.
4 returning starters on the offensive line. Defense is led by David Pender, the senior cornerback.
Well, one thing, the defense gave up 25 points a game, 4.5 yards a carry, so that has to improve. They do have some size up front. I like their up front strength, ability to hold their own. Ryan Kerrigan, the defensive end, 7 sacks last season. He's coming back. Purdue always has a good defensive pass rusher. Mike Neal, 6'4", 302, big guy. And a big tackle, Quan Short, 6'4", 310. And he can provide beef up the middle.
Look for Kerrigan for a breakout year this year. Out of conference versus Toledo. Tough MAC team at Oregon. And they host Notre Dame.
Well, they have 7 home games, so if they could win at home, there's a possibility they could reach a bowl game.
Let's go. Stay in the state of Indiana. It's the Hoosiers, of course, known as a basketball school. Bill Lynch, his 3rd year, 3-9 last year, returned 15 starters. Chappell will be their quarterback, and Darius Willis, their tailback.
Well, one thing I love about Indiana is they had a great traditional offense. Trent Green at quarterback, Anthony Thompson at running back. I want to see them get back to that. But I do like Darius Willis at running back. So I think he's going to be all right. Chappelle, he's 6'3", 235. Chappell, he's 6'3", 235. He could play a little bit. Terrence Turner, he knows how to get deep and he knows how to catch the ball with his hands.
A very underrated defensive player, Greg Middleton, the end, is a star on that defense.
Well, I'm about to enjoy this. That team gave up 35 points a game and 63% completion percentage to opposing quarterbacks. That has to improve. You're going to lose every game, every week if you continue to play like that. But I do love defensive end Jamie Curlow, 10.5 sacks. He'll be back. Also, linebacker Will Patterson with 55 tackles. Those 2 guys should help be leaders on that defense.
Some notable out-of-conference game. They host Western Michigan, and they travel to Virginia.
Well, they have a tough schedule, 6 road games. That's very tough when you have the team that they have right now.
Some Big Ten preseason picks. Top newcomer, who is it?
My newcomer, I'm gonna go with Edwin Baker at Michigan State. He's gonna get the bulk of the carries out the 2 freshmen. So I like Edwin Baker to be the newcomer of the year.
Let's go with Denard Robinson, a winner in high school. You need that athlete there in the Rich Rodriguez system. He's slated to be the backup. Tate Forsythe might start, but watch out. Denard Robinson's going to lead them to some comeback wins. He's going to be something special in the Wolverines offense. Offensive player of the year.
I'm going to go with Terrelle Pryor. I think his full season as a starter, he understands the system now. He's a sophomore. Look for big things out of Pryor.
Great college quarterback. His talent is undeniable. My offensive player, let's go to Illinois. The wide receiver, Aurelius Ben. If Juice Williams can have a good year, this guy's numbers could be through the roof because he's got other weapons to distract other guys. You can't always double him now. Aurelius Ben. Defensive player, I'm going to go to Penn State, Happy Valley, a guy who broke out last year. It's Navarro Bowman. Sean Lee's going to be besides him. Now Lee can lead and Navarro Bowman could just play.
Well, I'm going to go with Northwestern's defensive end, Corey Wooten. This is a guy that's going to be a terror coming off the end this year, and Northwestern has a chance to surprise.
Shout out to Rutherford, New Jersey. That's where he's from. He's in his senior year. I like that guy. Best pro prospect.
Aurelius Ben. Imagine Terrell Owens with better hands.
Brian Bulga, Iowa offensive lineman. Can't go wrong with him. He's going to be a masher in the NFL. Let's talk about our sleeper picks. Some under-the-radar teams. A long shot to win the division.
My sleeper picks, I'm going to go with Northwestern. I think they have a chance to surprise. Like I said, they could be 6-0 by the time they get to Michigan State. If they're able to be undefeated, they're going to get momentum. They're going to be on a roll. I like them as a sleeper.
Let's go to Ann Arbor. Rich Rodriguez, second year, surprised in West Virginia, Morgantown. He's going to surprise in Ann Arbor. He's going to get the defense playing well. That's the question mark. They bring the offense, though. Michigan is a sleeper team. And your winner, who's going to go to the Rose Bowl?
I think my Rose Bowl winner is going to be Penn State. You get Darryl Clark back, Evan Royster, that good defense. So now you have a solid running game, a solid defense, and a quarterback that can make plays and smart with the football. Recipe for success, Penn State will be in the Rose Bowl.
Really like Ohio State this year with Terrelle, Pryor. A lot of weapons there. Let's go with Penn State, Happy Valley. They got the defense, they got the offensive line, experienced quarterback. I go with Penn State also.
Smart pick.
There's our Big Ten conference preview. For more college football conference previews, visit footballgameplan.com/NCAA.